Hey, this week we're going to talk about Shotgun Harry and the performance of it. Hey, welcome to Wildman Videos. This week we're going to talk a little bit more about Shotgun Harry. Last episode we talked about the building of Shotgun Harry. Once we got it done, the first show was Lima, Ohio, and then after that I actually took it home. We did some more work on it, and then we took it out back and ran over some cars and stuff I had out there. I kind of regret we actually ran over a really nice Suburban that we had at the time. But 10 years ago, those were still really easy to come by, and I had used it for a donor. I took the big block out of it for a little squirt a few years earlier, and it was a really nice truck. I wish we wouldn't have crushed it, but that and a van and a couple cars, I think. And so we learned really quick then that the gearing wasn't quite right. I had an idea where I needed to be with the transfer case, and found out that I had it geared way too high for the diesel engine and the automatic transmission, so it took a little bit of gearing changes, and we got it fixed real good. And then one of my customers over in Milford, Illinois hit me up about bringing it over there to their little festival. So we actually took it to Milford, Illinois. That was the first public car crush we did. And then after that, we actually did a thing at the Hopewell Church, I think, which was a little church down the road that I grew up at. And then also we did some floating with it. That was a lot of fun. Kind of learned how to float it, and I had a lot of big name guys that I asked advice from that had floated years ago, and it was kind of interesting, some of their advice on floating that doesn't quite make sense, and I'm not sure how they accomplished it when they did it, but we learned a lot on that. We had a lot of fun. And then later in the fall we actually did the DeKalb County Fair, which was kind of neat. And we had a lot of people waiting to watch us run over some cars, and it was pouring down rain, so they were slippery, and that was a little bit of a challenge. But a couple weeks after that is when we actually did the first Gas Guzzy Off-Road Truck Show Challenge, which a lot of you are familiar with and have seen and watched video on. And next week, we're actually going to talk about the Gas Guzzy show. It's been 10 years since we did that with the old school trucks and brought back all this old school stuff. So next week's episode, we're going to recap and talk about the Gas Guzzy show, and so that'll be kind of fun. Hey, a lot of you guys have already joined the Monster Truck Hall of Fame and Museum's newsletter and membership drive. But hey, we want to get our own place someday. And a lot of people misunderstand. They think that the whole museum is something that I make money on, and I don't. This has been a passion of ours. You guys get a lot of enjoyment out of the early monster trucks, and it's time for everybody to come together. Power in numbers. It's only $50. You get a monthly newsletter, you get a lapel pin, and you can stay informed, and you get a lot of behind the scenes stories on guys and stuff in the newsletter. But if we have enough members, that will help us generate the capital that we need to have our own place someday. We want to have our own home. We've always been a gallery in someone else's building, someone else's museum, and we would love to have our own facility. If we have our own facility, we can have events all the time, and we can do all kinds of stuff without having to rent the facility or, actually have to ask for permission or schedule around other people's things. We could have monthly events, all kinds of things with monster truck related stuff. I've got some pretty big ideas on what we could do, and I've got a lot of you guys giving me ideas, which is fantastic. Please put your comments below and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You guys all know this YouTube stuff, but if you can join for $50, go to the website and join, or give us a call, and hopefully we'll be able to grow this thing into something huge. We would love to have a monster truck museum and Hall of Fame that would be a destination place to go to throughout the year for all the monster truck fans. Thanks for watching.